Hi Capricorn, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Cappy, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you have the Fool card. New things, places, people and energies, and even a little surprise or two. I will say that because this week it kind of feels like one of those weeks, I've been saying this to everybody, where all bets are off. And the fact that you have the Fool card here as your key to the week means this week the best advice I can give you is to expect the unexpected. And as cliche as that sounds, I really do feel that if you can be in that space of pure potential where no decision is concrete, where no path has really unfolded, and you can just let things unfold as they appear to want to, you can really get ahead. Like this week, you will probably be able to, if you can stand back and observe and go wherever it is that life seems to want to take you, I think you'll get way more out of this week. Now, the fact that you've got the Fool card, you can't really predict the Fool. And you'd be stupid to try to, and you can't really predict the Tower. All you can see is what happens around it, so to speak. All right, so with that said, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and this resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't seen it yet, please don't forget to check out your Life Path October 2021 numerology readings. I put a lot of work into those to give you a different perspective on how the energies of the month are going to speak to you. If you don't know your Life Path number, there will be one of those little things floating around in just a moment to show you where, it will take you to a video where I will show you how you can calculate your Life Path number. With that said, your actions and options this week, you have the Ace of Cups. This is beautiful, right? So for those of you that are wanting to welcome new children into your lives, for those of you, even for those of you that aren't really in that space, this is a very fertile energy. So I would be very careful this week if you're not looking to have any more children. This week you need to handle your business, okay? Now, outside of that, this is some really great, very positive news that is coming in for you, which is amazing. The Fool card being a fresh start, the Ace of Cups being a fresh start with something that really means a lot to you. For some of you could be starting a new job. For some of you could be hearing back from a new job. Maybe you've interviewed for something and this now starts to shape up for you. Maybe you put an investment or an idea out into the world and this week you see the results from it. Excuse me. Always with Capricorn, this week you see the results from it, but you will see always... not always, you'll see not only the results from it, but you will start to understand. Like, I actually feel like this will be one of the weeks that is likely to be quite easy for you, where everybody else seems to be a bit, and I gotta say, this week I do wonder if we're going to see someone or something go off the deep end. And I think it could be very interesting, but it doesn't seem to be hitting you that way. For your communications and conversations, you have the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords coupled with the Fool card, what does that tell us? This week, you are coming into contact with somebody that you don't know. Now, this is in your communications and conversations, and I actually feel like this could be somebody that's very beneficial for you. The characteristics of the Queen of Swords, she is a battle axe, right? This is somebody that you try as you may, you ain't pulling the wool over her eyes, right? She is a tough old broad, right? And she gets a bad rap because she can be pedantic, she can be forthright, she can be really honest, and sometimes she can be quite brutal with her words. But the truth of the Queen of Swords is this is someone who has been through it. This is someone that's hardened and toughened by life, so they don't take bullshit. Wherever they see it, they call it out, right? Now, this tells me that this person is coming into your world through your work, right? So through your work, through your career, through your profession, through your academia. In some way, shape or form, this is going to see you connecting to somebody that is very intelligent, somebody that's very smart, very powerful, somebody that's really knows what they're doing and is very gifted at what they do, somebody that is very fair, right? That's the thing about the Queen of Swords. She's ultimately very fair, but she'll give you a run for your money. And given what I know about Capricorns, you guys, you know, like if someone's going to challenge a Capricorn, they need to come with it. And quite frankly, the Queen of Swords can go toe to toe with you. So I would be very wary of how you approach this person, because they can be an ally or they can be an enemy. It really is your choice. So this week, conduct yourself the way you want to be treated. For those of you that are employed, this is new work. For some of you, it could be a new boss that's coming in or a new supervisor, etc. This is maybe you stepping into a new role of some kind. Now, it is the Queen of Swords, which suggests that you are going to have to you're going to have to prove your mettle, right? So you're going to have to show, it's one thing to talk the talk. It's one thing to know that you're smart and you're intelligent and you've got good skills and all the rest of it. It's another to demonstrate them. And this week you've got to walk your talk, right? When it comes to your, those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, I actually really like this for you. It does suggest that there are some challenges that come up for you. You may have to stand up for or defend your business in a way that you haven't for a while. I think this is good because it's going to get the blood rushing, right? This is going to give you some of that fight and vigor back, which I think is not necessarily a bad thing. For those of you that are retired or no longer working, this week, you could be inadvertently drawn into something that feels like too much drama. Unfortunately, there's no sidestepping it. There's no way around it or over it or under it. You're just going to have to get through. For your love and relations, you have the Queen of Pentacles. So in some way, shape or form, yes, this can be an archetype of Capricornian energy. For those of you that are single, you could be meeting or connecting with another Capricorn person, another earth sign person, sorry. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. You've got the two queens, right? This suggests that if you're single and you're looking, you're meeting somebody through your sincere friends, through people that you know care for you, people that you know have your back, people that know you well enough to say, okay, these are his or her great points and these are his or her bad points, and you got to love them both because otherwise you're going to have to go through me. That's the sort of ride or die person that I like. As far as I'm concerned, someone that will say, listen, this is what you need to know about Raf. This is not great. This is what you need to know about Raf that is awesome. And this is what you need to know is going to happen if you hurt him. Right? Those are your people as far as I'm concerned. And the ones that will say that stuff to your face as well. Jokes aside, through your friendships, through your connections that feel like family but are only friends, that's where you meet somebody, potentially a significant other. For those of you that are partnered, married or in long-term relationships, this is you guys looking at the finances, the resources, the budget. Something could change on that front as well. Maybe, you know, and because you've got this Ace of Cups, it could be that you're like, all right, let's say, you know, you want to buy a home but your partner doesn't, and this week something about that could change. You could reach a newfound agreement of some sort that comes up that has you just go, yes, okay, you know what, this is our plan. There's a restructure of the plans this week between you and your partner, but I think it's going to be one that could be truly like great for both of you. For your money and materials, you have the Three of Wands. This is a card of gambling, speculation. It's also a card that really opens up the idea of possibility. So when it comes to finances and money, your money pot, your earning potential this week is growing, it's expanding. In some way, shape or form, this is going to see you being seen and maybe even going after something, and not necessarily in a risky way, but in a way that feels a bit more like, oh, okay, well, I don't usually do things this way. I usually do it like this, right? So all in all, I think that could be great. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this is going to be your head, your face, that sort of general area, and the top part of your jaw. I mean, with this combination of cards, I don't see any challenges. I will say that it does look like your mind is going to be very full this week. So my advice to you would be write stuff down, whether it's dates, appointments, like whatever it is. The Capricorn brain is a fucking marvel to me. You guys can hold so much knowledge and information in there. It's amazing. And your memories are very long. Trust me, they are very long. Right? I totally get that. But this week, you need to get it out on paper, because if you're trying to store it all in here, you're going to forget something, and it may be something important. This is windfall energy, right? So use this to your advantage as well. And then finally, when it comes to the home and environment, this is bigger, broader plans for the future. There's something this week feels like you're getting plans down on paper. And even if that's just a scribble on paper, it's enough for you to see something to say, right, okay, now that I've got the general overview, I can build the steps towards it. All right, for your new moon message, we've got this very, very interesting new moon coming up on the 6th of the month. You get the gate 5 and patience, right? So the two things that I want to say to you, because you've got the full card here as well. Look before you leap this week. No fast sort of knee-jerk reaction decisions. That's the first thing, especially around the new moon. And the second, this card always tells us, the message behind this card is, the frog waits on the lily, right? And it waits for its next meal. And it knows there will always be another meal. There will always be a next fly or insect or whatever that comes along to feed it. It's just a matter of waiting for the right time and the right moment. And so that new moon, right, whatever happens around that time, it's trying to show you how to have some patience. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.